Hello everybody, welcome to Boxing Science. In this video I'm going to show you how to program your strength and conditioning over an amateur boxing season. I'm going to be talking about some of the challenges and solutions. Then I'm going to take you through how I would program for a full amateur boxing season. Something that a lot of amateur boxers and coaches actually struggle with is programming. The reason why is because it creates a lot of different challenges. Some of these challenges are preparing for regular competition. A boxer might be looking to do anywhere between 5 and 12 bouts within a competitive season. This leaves the question of when to peak. We're wanting to optimize our performance every single time that we're in the ring. However, this has a big impact on the training that we do and the training loads that we're able to achieve within training camp. What's hard as well for amateur boxers is when they're in championships, how to maintain their strength levels and fitness levels when they're going through intense periods of competition, and also preparing for short notice bouts. Might be preparing for regular competition, amateur level, especially at regional level. You might get a phone call to have a bout within 2 or 3 days, maybe even on the day as well. So how do you prepare for short notice bouts? Now, some of the solutions are to create deloads, so to make sure that you are deloading effectively, still working on the same strength adaptation, but just deloading. I'm going to explain how to do that in a few minutes time. When managing the training program, you want to be achieving 2 peaks per season. It's very hard to peak and taper off for regular competition and also for short notice bouts. So what you might as well do is stay to one strength adaptation, look to try and deload effectively for these bouts that come up quite regular or on short notice, but really focus on 2 peaks per season, whether that's a box cup or championships. In England, we have 2 competitions for senior levels. We have CYPs, we have the national elites. CYPs are in November and the elites are in April. So we'll look to try and get the peak performance leading into these 2 main championships rather than trying to peak for every single bout. So the third point is to manage residual effects. What I mean by residual effects is how long you can leave a fitness adaptation or strength adaptation before you see decrements in performance. So for maximum strength, that's 30 days, give or take. Speed adaptations, that's around about 5 days. So that means that your maximum strength can finish a lot earlier when you're looking for this key peak, when we're looking to peak for the championships. But it needs to be dropped at the right time, so it needs to be around about 30 days to make sure that we're taking that maximum strength into competition. Whereas speed, we're working on speed as we get closer towards the peak and closer towards our key competitions. And then we need to highlight what the minimum effective dose is for each strength adaptation. The minimum effective dose is really important to try and do the minimum amount of work to create that physical adaptation. This is something that we keep referring to when performing the deloads, when preparing for short notice bouts or working towards regular competition. So now I'm going to show you an example on how to put this as part of a year plan in amateur boxing. This is how to plan out strength training for full amateur boxing season. We've got phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1, we'll look at this preparedness, which is basically looking to peak for main competition. We drop off and then we're looking to peak for the competition number 2. And the strength adaptations that we work on, we're working on block periodization. So we work on a particular strength adaptation for a certain amount of weeks. We do this in phase 1 and we basically repeat that for phase 2. We work on 3 key adaptations. We work on maximum strength, drop this around about 4 weeks out from our main competition. Then we work on strength speed between 2 and 4 weeks out from competition. And then we look to improve our speed and power from around about 2 weeks out from competition and maintain that through the competition period. And then we've got maximum effective dose and minimum effective dose. Now we'll look to try and do progressive overload and trying to get them physical adaptations. We do this as far away from competition as we can. So we work 3 to 5 reps, 5 sets, and you work between 85 and 92% of your 1 rep max. For minimum effective dose, this is really important to highlight because this is what we'd use when we're looking to deload for them regular bouts. Do like 3 reps, 3 sets, and we do 75 to 85% 1 rep max. This is meaning that we're still creating them strength adaptations. We keep topping up them training loads, but we're not having any neuromuscular fatigue or any soreness from the strength training. When we're going into like a week before competition, week where you're competing towards the end of the week, I'm still happy for you to do your squats and your deadlifts, heavy pressing, even though we're working on a max strength phase and we're tapering down if we're performing the minimum effective dose, because you're still getting them adaptations while still maintaining that freshness for competition. Same for the strength speed. I've used an example here for loaded jumps because you can use different exercises for strength speed, whether that's loaded jumps, Olympic lifting, bench press throws, anything like that, or accommodating resistance. Very, very long video for going into every single type, but just for an example here on loaded jumps, we work between 3 and 5 reps again for 5 sets as a maximum load, anywhere between 40 and 60% of an athlete's 1 rep max. A bout comes up or competition comes up, we're looking to reduce total volume, but also reduce that intensity as well, dropping down to 30 or 40% of the 1 rep max. Getting towards the main competition, the main championships, looking to do speed and power exercises. Again, very, very similar. 5 repetitions of 5 sets, that's in maximum load, and then 3 minimum load. In between competition is 3 reps and 3 sets. So that's a very, very quick overview and general thing that I'd say for most athletes to do. It all depends on different exercises selected in terms of the percentage 1 rep max and everything like that, and also depends on the athlete's level. Are they able to go up to that percentage of 1 rep max? This is just used as an example to give you a good idea on how you'd manage working towards these strength adaptations during an amateur boxing season. If you've got any questions specific to this or anything around amateur boxing, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll hopefully see you on the next video.